Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Sam's Financial Corner. And in this episode, we scroll back up here. We are going to just talk about the final communication from Mainvest. And, I'm just going to paraphrase this. It's going to be really brief. This won't be a long video. And they're just talking about ceasing operations. At the date of this video is June 15th, so I'm a day behind. But hey, busy life, it is what it is. But anyway, so basically they're just saying they're ceasing operations. Your portfolio should have been emailed to you, blah, blah, blah. Troubleshooting. Some people had different issues. Some people use Mainvest to invest in a lot of companies. And so they're just giving you some tips. The Investor Hub will be up until the end of the month. But the site will be deprecated and operations will cease as of June 14th, which was yesterday. Um, Regarder uses funds frozen and ongoing Synapse bankruptcy. So this is the part where I want to focus on this video. And again, it's going to be real brief. I'm just going to read the. I don't need to read this. Basically, in a nutshell, what's going down is because Synapse is going through its bankruptcy, and Mainvest has in other communications hinted that they weren't sure like which entity actually holds your funds. And this is why I think it's important as we use sites like I use like Trivest. There's sites like Chime, Greenwood, um, countless others that are these fintech companies. When you think of a fintech company, think of them as an intermediary. And it's important for all of us to take a little bit of time. And I know we all have busy lives, myself included. This is the busiest I've ever been in my life. And I feel like I need to start using a virtual assistant or something just to keep track of all of the tasks and things that I need to do. However, I think it's important for us to take a moment to look through these agreements and to see where our accounts are held. So, for an example, for my investment group, we use Trivest, and Trivest is the fintech company, but our account and funds are held in with Blue Ridge. Now they're transitioning to Evolve Bank, and it's important because you should know where your money resides. There's a joke in there, but I don't feel like doing it right now. But if you know, you know. But anyway, I just think it's important for us to kind of, as we're dealing with these companies, a lot of times, because I've heard some people say, well, I have an account with Chime. And I'm like, well, Chime is the intermediary that you use for your banking needs, but that's not the entity where your account is held. And sometimes it can become a problem because I've also heard people say, well, I've contacted the bank and they're like, well, you technically don't have an account with us. You have to contact like Chime or another entity that you're utilizing. And so things can sometimes become complicated. So I just want everyone to be aware that when you're using these fintech companies, just always have an air of caution as these are new things or new entity types that have emerged and it takes time for regulations, laws, etc. to come about. So just please be aware that please take your time. And like I stated before in previous videos, when it comes to even investing in general, you should never invest a dollar that you can't go without. You should never invest your rent. You should never invest any money that is for your living needs. You shouldn't. When it comes to investing in like small caps or startups, I know that a lot of people get excited because they've heard of these various startups and people have made all of this money. But I'm going to be very honest with you. Those are oftentimes the exception and not the norm. 9 times out of 10, a lot of these startup companies end up going out of business. Number two, the issue that people have had with Mainvest and getting their money back is that some people have used Mainvest, not I would say like a bank account that they wanted to use, like so for example, if you have like a money market, like you have an investment account, you know that if you have funds that are you're not ready to invest, you can they're just held in an account, until you're ready to use those funds. And so I would suggest if you're using sites like well, like Mainvest in the past, but like Start Engine, WeFunder, all of those. My suggestion to you is to hold that money in a separate account, not to hold it with these companies, only because I'm not saying that every company like this will fail or things will happen. But now there's so many investors who don't have the ability to access their funds or to shift that money to other investments or other things they may need, because now they're trying to get their funds because they were frozen because of this whole situation. And I know this isn't the norm, but I always side on the air of caution. It just makes more sense as an investor. You want to always have as much control over your investments and your money as possible. So I would not suggest holding large amounts or holding any amount for that matter. I would just say transfer the money and make the investment and let that be it. I would suggest not holding funds with these fintech companies, especially right now where I feel like a lot of them have grown in size and will continue to grow in size. And of course, there'll be more regulations over time that will hopefully make things a lot better, a lot more easy, a lot more seamless, and a lot more transparent. But for right now, there isn't a lot. But so I'm not saying do not use them. I'm just saying err on the side of caution. Um, if you have invested with Mainvest and you had money frozen, oh, please drop down in the comments and let me know what's going on, because I would love to hear. And hopefully, give other people some feedback, things like that. Because as an investor, things like this can be disheartening and can discourage you from not investing. But I want you to just continue investing. Don't give up. Investing is a great way to utilize your money to create income for yourself in the future. And I know a lot of people say it takes so much money. It does, but it's our duty to utilize as much of our income as possible to create passive income for ourselves to the best of our abilities. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, all that stuff that people say. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Really thank you for watching. Bye bye.